What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I gotta do this video because I want to get something off my chest that's really just grinds my gears. I gotta adjust my chair for this. So I don't really watch Max recaps anymore because they don't really help me, but somebody had mentioned to me that I should watch this video, and he keeps pushing this the 4-tick scalp narrative, that that's what you have to do, and that's wrong if you do it for 1-to-1 or 8 ticks or whatever it is. And he keeps pushing it, and it really makes my blood boil. I don't know how else to explain it, and I just want to kind of get it off my chest and kind of really just show you guys that please don't do the 4-tick scalp. I mean, for Christ's sake, it's just like, you know, the video he talks about which is right here, which is the March 19th, 2025. And he talked about this little trade right here, the red arrow. And he said, oh, you know, if you took this trade and you know, it works for the 4-tick scalp, and you know, it didn't work for, you know, for 1-to-1, and you can't do 1-to-1, and it's a losing strategy, and this and that. And here's the thing, okay? And most of you who watch my videos, you guys already know, but just in case if you're new to the strategy, he marks a lot of trades on the chart. He does, okay? Now, in this example, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades that he marked, right, in this little period. Out of 7 trades, right, 6 of them went for 1-to-1. Let me just let that sink in for a second. Out of 7 trades that he marked, 6 of them went for 1-to-1. And this is just not this day, okay? Trust me, I used to watch this religiously when I first started trading, and I want to say like maybe like 85, hell, probably 90% of the trades that he marks on the chart go 1-to-1 easily. Like it's so frustrating. Like I know he's been doing it for a long time, and I'm not trying to disrespect the man. I don't, and I get it because he's been doing it for 20 plus years and it works for him. Understandable. But there's something that I realized trading the strategy. This strategy, okay, it's designed to trade with a runner, okay? And I know he mentions runners from time to time, and I get it. But this strategy shines. I mean, it shines when you trade it with a runner. And the reason I say this is because a couple months back, I think it was last year, November or whatever, I did a 100K challenge with Bullnox, and I passed it. I've actually passed it with 14 days. Yes, it was pretty quick. I used exactly what he taught. 4-tick scalp, 1 for a runner. And the way I did it, I traded with 10 contracts for my 4-tick scalp, and then I left 1 contract for a runner, okay? And whenever I scalped out, okay, I did not put my stop loss to break even or break even plus 1, none of that. No, I left it alone, okay? So if my, you know, for example, if my, you know, stop loss is here for runner, I don't move it. I let the trade run. I let the runner run, and you'll be surprised how many 5, 8, you know, 15, 20 points you get with a runner, okay? And those runner make a huge difference. I mean, it makes so much better. It shines with a runner. Absolutely, it does. And the reason I did that is because, yes, he says to put it +1 or break even, whatever the case may be. That's fine. But I wanted to utilize this runner to full potential. And yes, there are trades sometimes that I get stopped out of my runner. But guess what? If you're trading with 10 contracts and you scalp out 4 ticks, you still made money. It's like, bro, like it's unreal. It's unreal because like I said before, this is designed to be traded with a lot of contracts, you know, 5 or more contracts. This is where this strategy shines. Absolutely, okay? If you trade in less than 5 contracts, it ain't gonna work. I mean, it might, okay, it might work for you, but it's gonna take you a long time to get there. I'm sorry, it is. I mean, just take a look at these trades, right, for the day. All of these All of them went for 1-to-1. All of them. Okay, even this one right here. Okay, if you played it how you're supposed to be play it, right? You enter here, for example, put your stop loss there. Yes, it came close to stopping you out, but guess what? Boom. You got your, what was it, 3 points? Yep. Boom. 3.5, 3.25. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't. And let's just say, for example, let's just say that this trade did not work. Let's just say you got stopped out. Okay, so you're down 3 points. Sucks. I get it. But so you look for next trade. Next trade is right here. Guess how much this bar is? 2.75, right? So let's just say 3 points, right? You're risking 3 points. Enter that trade again, you're risking 3 points. Well, guess what? You got your 3 points right here. Boom. And guess what? You're back to break even. Don't want to use the 3 points? Fine. Use a runner. Okay? Get your runner, get out of here. 5.5 points almost. Right? But think about this, right? Let's just say you don't use a runner. Oops. Let's just say you don't use a runner, right? Let's just say just use one contract. Well, you just lost 150, right? You just say, for example, this right here, you lost 150. Okay, fine. So then if you follow his rules of what to scalp, you need to have at least 3 trades that are winners to be at break even. 3 winning trades, which is not hard to do, which isn't, right? But why would you want to risk 3 trades when you can just risk 1 trade? Do you see my point? Like, it's you don't have to be a genius to figure out the math. It's simple math, honestly. Like, and it's just like it boils my blood that he just keeps pushing this 4-tick scalp, and it's like, especially like if you're a new trader and you just discovered his strategy, whatever the case may be, and you're doing a 1-tick scalp or 4-tick scalp, sorry, you're gonna have such a hard time. And I had a really hard time trading this with the 1-point scalps. I really did, because this is not 2000s. The market moves. I mean, look at this freaking move. Look at this, right? This is a 78-point move. All right. Back then, the market moved what, maybe 20 points tops. Okay, let's just say, I don't know, 30 points for argument's sake. This is like, come on. You just, like, bro, like this is not, you know, this is not 2001 or 2007. This is, the volatility is there. The bars are too big. You gotta adjust. You have to adjust. You can't just, you can't, man. And this is, and I know this probably happens to a lot of people, because it happens to me. Well, it used to happen to me back in the day, right? I would have a perfect week. I'll have, like, you know, Monday through Thursday, I'm green. I scalping for 1 point. I'm doing great. I'm following the rules. Friday comes around and boom, you take that 1 trade and it's a loser. And guess what? You just lost all the progress that you made in the last 4 days. Gone. Back to square one. And you just sit there and you're like, huh, I just worked my ass off past 4 days just to disappear with 1 bad trade, right? Because it's gonna happen, right? Why? Because this is a very heavy, it's a discretionary system. It's a very heavily based on discretion, right? Your channels might be wrong. Like, your channels might look like this. I'm pretty sure this channel is incorrect, but yours might look like something like this, right? Right? Something like that, break new high, right? It might be a bigger channel in play. This might be a little bit tighter. It might be a spiking channel, right? Something like this. I don't know. All of these channels look nice, right? Boom, spiking channel. Maybe there's a bigger channel in play. Maybe there's something, probably not, it's too far-fetched, but, you know, something like this ish, right? First 2 swings, that's what it teaches, right? Break new high. Maybe it's something like this. I don't know, right? Because, and that's the problem, right? It's discretionary, right? So if your channel is wrong, your entry is wrong, your trade is going to be a loser, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, what if you take a trade here, for example, this lower high? Well, guess what? It's a loser. It didn't even work for 1 point, right? But now, okay, you risked, you know, let's just say you risked 2.5 points. Now you need 2.5. What do you call it? 2.5. I can't think. You need 2.5, basically 2.5 trades to break even, right? Where you can just take one trade right here, boom, 3 points. You're actually in the green. You just made all your losses back and some, and then some. Like why? Just why? I really want to know why. And the thing, like, actually, no, I do know why, right? Because he's been doing it for 20+ years. If somebody else comes in and asks me like to change something I've been doing for 20+ years, I'm gonna tell them to fuck off. That's and I get it. But if you're gonna teach this to people, you need to like emphasize that, hey, this might not work if you're trading with 1 or 2 or 3 contracts because, well, the volatility is not there. It did work back in the day with 1 or 2 contracts. Yeah, absolutely. Because why? Because the stops are 8 points. I'm sorry. 8 points, right? And I'm sorry, not 8 points. It was 8 ticks. 8 ticks. So it's 2 points. So back then, yeah, it worked fine. You're risking 2 to make 1. That's great, fantastic. Now it doesn't work like that anymore. So like, I get it, but he's been doing it for so long. He's not going to change it, and that's fine. But you need to emphasize that this works really well with runners, and you need to trade it with runners. If you're doing less than 5, you might struggle. It's going to take you a long time to get up there. It's not impossible. No, people do it all the time. But I'm just saying, you're going to have those days where it's like, shit, like, I just worked my ass off to lose all that. And it sucks. It sucks to see all that progress that you made just gone with one bad trade. And then you're going to question your confidence. You're going to question your chart reading. You're going to question, with your data. Is your data wrong? You're going to have to reload the chart like every freaking day because sometimes the bars are different. And if you reload, then they change. And it's like, oh, well, I shouldn't enter that trade because my bar changed. All this stuff that happens to you, right? Enter congestion. You enter on an inside bar. You enter, engulfing bar that's supposed to enter because it's not the right spot to trade it in. Look. I'm just saying, you're gonna have a lot easier time if you just go 1-1 or even 8 ticks, right? And better yet, just trade with a runner. Trade with a runner. That's the best way that I can do it. And don't do this don't. I don't want to say that, but like you're gonna have a lot of runners get stopped out if you don't play it correctly. That's what I was gonna say. I played it to where if I get stopped out, I don't care. I still make money. You might not be able to trade with 10 contracts, maybe 5 or even 7 contracts. Just do 5 for a scalp and then 2 for runner, or 1 for runner, or 6 and 1, or 5 and 1, whatever. But anyways, I just want to kind of express that this video is getting a little too long, and just really, again, I don't want to like hate the guy. Okay, it's not about that. I just want you to understand that there's certain things that changed throughout the time that needs to be adjusted with the time, right? The fact that he's picking these trades that are according to his rules, they go way more than from 1-1. And if you just look back at all these trades that you marked, they're 90%. Well, I don't want to say 90%, probably 85%, but hell, 90% of them go easily 1-1. I'm gonna say that right now. There was a YouTuber that did it. My Trades, I think it was. My Trades, I don't know. I'm assuming it's a she, but she doesn't post videos anymore, which kind of sucks. But she did 1-1 easily, just because it works. You leave a lot of money on the table. Anyways, I just want to get it out there again. It's just think, really think. But I hope this rant was entertaining for you guys, and I hope you learned something. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.